Z or Command Z if you're on a Mac. All right, so that's it. What I'm going to do, at this point you can save it and submit it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of how to do some text on here, just so just so you can see kind of where I'm going with this. So let me see if I have techno on here. I don't have techno on this computer, so I'm just looking for something that looks kind of digital. It's up to you what you want. This one is Rock of Times. It's not really digital, but it'll work. So my color right here is white, and that's fine. And I have 46 point. It's going to change that size anyway. So I'm going to write Baron Collier. Baron Collier. And then I'm going to click check mark. And then I'm going to write game. And then check mark. And I'm going to add one more. And night. And I really like Game Night. I don't really like Baron Collier, so I'm going to double click Baron Collier. I'm going to change that font to something else. Something that's just a little bit more simple. Maybe this looks good. Alright, so I have Baron Collier, Game Night, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase Game Night. So I'm going over to my layers panel. I click on Game, and then I'm hold down Shift and click on Night, and that selects both layers. I can hit Control T or Command T, or if you already have your Show Transform controls on, you can click Show Transform. I'm just gonna make these larger. Not too large, that's a little bit too large. Alright, so I'm gonna click check mark, and Baron Collier is a good size, and then I'm just gonna put these in a different way. Right, so I kinda wanna have Baron Collier centered and Game Night big like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my rectangle tool. So if you hit U on your keyboard, it gets you the rectangle tool. And I have a stroke right here, a fill. I'm going to change that fill. Let's go back to the reds, since I have a red looking design. And maybe go with this one. So I'm going to make my border behind this. So in my layers, I want to make sure I have my right layer selected. I'm going to be in my graphics. So I'm going to click my distress layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag a box across the screen. And I'm making it larger than the actual screen. And that's fine. And then I'm going to do another box. So I'm going to click on my move tool and click away. And then go back to my rectangle tool. The reason why I click away is because I don't want to change this color. I want to select another color. Click on fill, I go back to my bar, click on the bar, and let's choose another color in my reds. And this time I'm going to go with this one. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to click OK. I'm going to come up here and click on fill to get rid of that box. And I'm just going to drag out another box for night. And again, making it larger than the space. I'm going to arrow it up a little bit so there's no gap between them. So I click on my move tool and click on my arrows to move that up just a tad bit, and I put that at the top. Let me put that in my my graphics folder. So I have my graphics there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with changing these. So I think I'm going to go with color burn and overlay. We'll see. So color burn for that one. Let's see this one. Let's try overlay. They look pretty similar. Color dodge looks nice. Depends on what you're going for. The colors that I chose are a little bit dark. I might go with something lighter because you can't really see them on this background. So to change those, I'm just going to go to properties, select the one that I want, and I'm going to change it. So select this, properties, and click on fill. I'm just going to go with something lighter. So go back, maybe I'll go to my pinks. And right now I'm just testing to see what I like. Purple came out nice. Alright, so that looks good. Let me change the other color as well. So properties. So I just wanted to have a good contrast between the two. So now I have that, and I'm going to go to layers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my text layer and I open my graphics at the same time. I'm going to hold down my control key or my command key on a Mac, and I'm going to select my rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and game, night, and Baron Collier. I'm selecting all 5 of them. I'm going to go to my move tool. I have show transform controls on. If you don't, you can hit command T or control T. And I'm just going to rotate these to give it a little bit more excitement. Alright, so now it says game night, and it looks pretty good. Baron Collier game night. I'm not necessarily too thrilled about that font Baron Collier yet. So again, if you want to change it, you can just select it. I double click on the T to select it, and I'm going to choose something else. It's a little bit too tall for me. Maybe do Avenir, and I'm going to do all caps. Ooh, that's huge. So let me make that smaller. Alright, so Baron Collier game night. And again, you want to put things on here like you can put text on here like when the game night is Thursday, every Thursday. So I'm going to write every Thursday. Every Thursday. And again, you have to play with your, like my lighting right there is off, so I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. And you know, you're going to have to rotate. It would be nice if you rotate them all together as one, so that if you're going to do something like this, so that they're all at the same angle, but it doesn't have to be that way. So every Thursday, I'm going to see if I can get with a bold or a heavy. And let's make it a little bit bigger. So every Thursday, and maybe we want to have some other stuff on here, like type of games they are. So I'm going to click right here. What games do you guys play? Grand Theft Auto, is that still a game? I don't even know. Live. What is that? EA Live? FIFA, that's a good one. Grand Theft Auto, FIFA, maybe Super Smash. Alright, so I have these. I'm going to go to paragraph, I'm going to align them to the right, and maybe I stick these into this area right here. Let me get rid of super and just write smash because it doesn't fit. Alright, so my poster's starting to come together, so this is just a little way to add some text and some other things to your poster to make it really feel like a game night. Again, you can change the colors of some of these things, so maybe that I want in a different color, like a bluish color. Well, it's not really working. Green looks good on it. Depending on how you want things to come out, you just fool around with it and change it as you want, until you get the look that you want. Alright? So just keep fooling around with it. Alright, so that is the tutorial. Save it, submit it for the next project once you start adding all your text and other things on there, and hopefully that'll be good. Alright, hope you enjoyed this.